Hare Krishna. So thank you again for having me here this Thursday morning. In a few days' time, specifically on Monday, it will be Radhashtami, and it's a very, very special day, especially for us as Gaudiya Vaisnavas, because we are all dependent on Srimati Radharani's mercy. So we know we've been hearing over the past few weeks about Lord Krishna and his different energies. And if we are to classify those energies into three broad categories, what would they be? Yes. Okay, good. Yes, we have the internal energy, the external energy, and the marginal energy. The spiritual energy and material energy is a classification for us. For Lord Krishna, it's internal, external. See, for Lord Krishna, there is nothing material. For him, it doesn't matter. Srila Prabhupada gives the example of an electrician. He says an electrician, when he's dealing with electricity, he uses the same electricity for heating and cooling. So the electricity that's going to the fridge, that's going to the fan, for the electrician, it's the same electricity that will go to the oven and it will go to the heater. For the electrician, the energy is electricity. The function he changes according to how he wants it. So the same way for Lord Krishna, he can manipulate the energies as he wants. Now, from these three broad classifications, the external energy is subdivided into three more. Does anyone know? Subdivision of the external energy, which three energies come underneath, or how it's subdivided into three more. Yes, very good. Right? Three modes of material nature: goodness, passion, ignorance. So we have the internal energy, external energy, and marginal energy. Marginal energy has only one classification: us. Yeah. The external energy has three further classifications: goodness, passion, ignorance. But the internal energy also has three classifications. So the internal energy's classifications are samvit, sandhini, and ladini. Samvit is existence, spiritual world, the paraphernalia in the spiritual world. All that comes under Samvit. Sandhini is knowledge about the Supreme Personality of Godhead, our relationship with Him. So these two potencies that are subclassifications of the internal energy are represented by Lord Balaram. Samvit and Sandhini. Lord Balaram, we saw when we were discussing about Lord Balaram, he expands himself into many, many forms to serve Lord Krishna. Right? And because he is existing, the spiritual world, everything rests on him. So that's Samvit. And then as his role as the Guru, he shows who Lord Krishna is, he gives knowledge about Lord Krishna, he glorifies Lord Krishna. So that's the Sandhini aspect. And that expands from Lord Krishna from his left side. Right side. Our left side. Yes. Lord Balaram, from Lord Balaram comes the four Chaturvyuhas, Vasudeva, Anirudh, Pradyumna and Sankarshan. From them comes again Narayan. Then from him comes again a second Chaturvyuha, and from them comes the Purusha avatars, and then the whole mature world is manifested. So from that side, then also the external energy is put into action. Because when Lord Mahavishnu, he glances on the material nature and puts everything in motion, and then the modes of nature come into play and everything gets generated. So that's Lord Krishna's expansion as Balaram, his Samvit and Sandhini. Now Ladini is his pleasure potency. And that's represented by Srimati Radharani. See, why do we say Lord Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead? In the Bhagavatam, right in the introduction, Srila Prabhupada differentiates the Supreme Absolute Truth from God. They're not the same. Anyone read the introduction to the Bhagavatam? Yeah? They will see. Srila Prabhupada differentiates God from the Supreme Absolute Truth. Now this differentiation is a very subtle differentiation. When we say God, that means he has some work to do. Usually people say God stands for generator, operator, destroyer. So some people take the Trimurti as God, Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, right? And some, according to the Bhagavad philosophy, they'll say God is Lord Vishnu. He is the maintainer of the entire creation. There are so many prayers by so many munis. They say the same thing. You maintain everyone. Lord Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita also says, he is Bhuta Bhavana. He is the maintainer of all living entities. All living entities begin from him, rest in him, and he maintains them. So it means he has some work to do. But at the same time, Lord Krishna, he is different. As we were looking at the expansions, right? The maintenance, creation, destruction of the entire universe are done by Krishna's expansions that come out from Lord Balaram, especially the Vishnu functions. They're the ones who do that. But Lord Krishna himself, he has nothing to do. Therefore he says, Namam karmani limpanti. There is no work that I do. Work means that's God's function. That's his expansion's function. Now how do we understand this? Krishna has no work. Just like if you're a big boss, you have people to do your stuff. Right? The big boss will not go check his post office, see if there's any. In India, of course, the postman comes to the door. But in other places, you have to go to the post office to get your parcel. Right? So, but the big man, he'll have people to do that. He'll not even drive his own car. He'll have a chauffeur. He'll have a cook who's cooking for him. He'll have a cleaner who's cleaning the house. He'll have other things, He'll have an assistant who's dealing with his phone calls right? But he himself has, you find all these big executives, they wake up in the morning, they go to the golf course and they're playing golf. But their work is going on. There are people who they have hired and they do the thing. So the same way with Lord Krishna, his work is to enjoy. You can't really call it work, but for lack of a better term, because English is a limited language, right? So his work is to enjoy. Actually, his activity is only enjoyment. Therefore we say Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Vihar. Now to understand what kind of enjoyment Krishna has, is a very, very important thing. What kind of enjoyment and who can please Krishna? Who can please the Supreme Personality of Godhead? So we see there are different types of enjoyment. Those who are less privileged, if they get a rasgulla, right, they're happy. That's enjoyment for them. Now, oh, today must be a festival, we got a rasgulla. But one who is, financially, he has surplus funds, they may be having rasgulla every day. You give them another rasgulla, they'll be like, or you're in ISKCON, you're having rasgulla every second day, you're like, what's the big deal? It's just a rasgulla. So the level of enjoyment, right? Some people, they just get to go in a train, that's enjoyment for them. Because they hardly get to go on a train. Or they get a flight somewhere. And then there are others who take flight every single day, 2 flights in a day, going and coming. So for them, that flight is not an enjoyment. For them, going on a train is enjoyment, right? Or going out of station is enjoyment. So what kind of enjoyment does the Supreme Personality of Godhead have? It's not any sort of enjoyment that we have experienced. Lord Krishna, he rejects everything material from the day one. So who can please him? Who can please him? We cannot understand Lord Krishna so easily. Therefore we see Lord Balaram, he comes to explain to us who Lord Krishna is. We have many kinds of transcendentalists. So amongst the transcendentalists, there are also classifications. There are the Gyanis who try to study the world and see who is the person running this place. They just observe and they come up with some conclusions. So they say the sun is rising every day at the same time, setting every day at the same time, never become late in my experience, never went out of juice in my experience. It's always there, it's the same power, sometimes it's more powerful, right? So how is this? There must be someone. And in this way, they try and speculate, and in that way they reach to the point of impersonal Brahman. That there is some energy that is running this material world. The yogis, they don't look outside, they look inside. And they come to the realization of Paramatma, Super Soul. It's like our body is moving because of the soul. So the same way, the yogis, they understand this whole universe is running because it has a soul. And that soul is the Super Soul. Therefore, we find in the Bhagavatam, there are many, many descriptions of this universe as a universal body. Right? It's a body. And the body is moving because there is a soul. And that's why we meditate, the yogis, they meditate on the universal form of the Lord to understand that there is a soul, and they come to the realization of Paramatma. So it's not easy to understand Krishna. Especially if you're a Jnani or a yogi. It's very, very difficult. Very difficult. Manushyanam sahasreshu kaschid yatati siddhaye yatatam api siddhanam kaschin mam vetit tatata. Amongst thousands of men, one may endeavor for perfection. And amongst those who have endeavored for perfection, hardly one knows me in truth. Hardly one knows me in truth. So therefore, to understand Krishna requires some work. It's not easy. It's not that we read some books and, understand who Lord Krishna really is. Many, many people, they've gone the wrong way. There are people who have translated the Bhagavad Gita but missed the whole point. Like usually we joke, no? That the whole Ramayana finished, then someone asks, who was Sita? Yeah. So like that, the people who have tried to understand, but because it's not coming in parampara, then they get a wrong understanding and they come to a wrong conclusion. So Krishna is difficult to understand, but we can understand him. It's difficult but not impossible. Yeah. So we can understand Krishna how? When Lord Krishna, he was contemplating in the spiritual world, he said, I went down there and I taught everyone Bhagavad Gita, but how come no one is becoming devotee? He was thinking like this. No, I made it so easy for them. I just told them, just surrender unto me, sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja. Aham tam sarva papebhyo mokshayashyami ma shucha. Do not fear, I gave them guarantee. But they are not becoming devotees, something wrong. So then he came again as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to teach everyone how to surrender to Krishna. Therefore he brought with him a weapon, the weapon of the holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Lord Krishna came to teach us how to understand Krishna through the medium of chanting, through this holy name of the Lord. And this holy name of the Lord, it's an address to the internal energy, Hare. Because it's not easy to understand Krishna. But if we go through, there are two energies, right? In the internal energy, there are two personalities. There is Lord Balaram, who is also teaching how to come to Lord Krishna, and then there is Srimati Radharani. So we have a dual approach. We understand the philosophy, and at the same time we engage in devotional service. So in both ways, then we approach Lord Krishna and we can understand something about Lord Krishna. So therefore, both Srimati Radharani, Lord Balaram, Lord Krishna himself, in various ways and means, they try to help us by coming out of this material world. Because this is our point. Our point here is how to get out. It's not just going round and round and round. Birth, death, old age, disease, birth, death, old age, disease. But actually how to come out of this material world. And therefore, Lord Krishna, he wants us to come out more than we want to come out. Therefore, he helps us in so many ways. And we see that he has his energy is doing all the work. The external energy handles the material world, the internal energy handles the spiritual world. Therefore, Devi, the Mahatmas, they are under Devi Prakriti. Therefore, Lord Krishna says, Mahatmanas tumam partha devim prakritim ashrita. They take shelter of the divine energy of the Lord, and that's represented by Srimati Radharani. So, as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is non-different from Radha and Krishna, Radha Krishna nahe anya, he comes to teach us how to take shelter of the divine energy. And therefore, when we are chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, we are actually pleading to the divine energy. As I said, Lord Krishna, he has no work. And to understand what kind of pleasure he needs, it requires a lot of work, isn't it? So, to please, even here in the material world, we see if you want to meet some big person, it's not easy. Can anyone walk into Ambani's house? Just like, hi Ambani, how are you? Can we have tea together? And then let's say even if somehow one meets Mr. Ambani, then the other question would be, what would you talk to him about? Because you don't want to sound like a fool. Chanakya Pandit says, a fool can only be known when he opens his mouth. He can dress nicely, everything, everyone feels, but when he starts speaking, then you understand, oh, this person. Right? So you're going to, even if you meet Mr. Ambani, the next question would be, what would you talk to him about? And if it's some official matter, 1-2 minutes and you're out. But if you were to spend an hour or so, if you were given a chance, spend an hour or so with Mr. Ambani, you'd think, what will I talk to this person about for a whole hour? So if for an insignificant person like Mr. Ambani, in this material world, which is also very insignificant, if it's difficult, what to speak of Lord Krishna? Say we get the chance to even serve Lord Krishna. How can we serve him that he becomes pleased? We have so many imperfections. And so to please Lord Krishna is not easy. Not easy. Just like in the Bhagavad Gita, he's saying, surrender unto me. Full surrender. We read from the Shastras how the devotees, they were pleasing Lord Krishna. Getting the best items, getting the best quality of materials, having the best devotional mood. So we may have the best items, we may have the best materials, but if we don't have the best mood, then also Krishna is like, no. Duryodhan had that. There is that famous bhajan that was recorded in Juhu only, I think. Duryodhan ka tyago meva, right? He left Duryodhan's feast. Duryodhan was king, Kurukshetra. Hastinapur. He had palace, all the best materials, everything was fried in ghee, in golden plates, silver spoons, everything was there. Why did Lord Krishna leave that? And he went to Vidur's house. And in Vidur's house, they were so ecstatic to get Lord Krishna to come to their house, they were feeding him banana peels. He ate the banana peels. So one may think, no, if we have, go to the temple and we have the best materials, we get, pomegranates from Iran and offer, but if the mood is not there, then Lord Krishna doesn't accept. Even a slight disturbance in our moods and the offering will be rejected. Can you imagine? It's not so easy to please Krishna. You're offering to Krishna, you ring the bell too loud, or you ring it too soft, or you ring it irregularly. Right? Or the preparation was not prepared nicely. Or the way it's presented was not nicely. Some people, when they're offering prasad or when they're transferring from the kitchen to the altar, they may bump into something or stub their toe or something, and the preparation goes out of the bowl and onto the plates. So, Lord Krishna will not accept. Although, usually, generally we say, yeah, Lord Krishna accepts. But if we put a little thought into it, see, Lord Krishna, Chintamani prakara sadma shukalpa vriksha laksha vriteshu surabhira vipalayantam lakshmi sahasra satasambhrama sevyamana govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami. He is served by thousands and thousands of goddesses of fortune. So can we compare our service to the goddess of fortune? And even then, although he is served by thousands and thousands of goddesses of fortune, he is not attached to them. He is not attached to them. Even his wives, in the Bhagavatam we hear the wives of Dwarka. When Lord Krishna returns to Dwarka, the queens, right? They are chatting amongst themselves and they are saying, look at Lord Krishna. He stayed so long away from us and he is not even bothered. He is not even bothered. He is not attached to us. Although Sukadeva Goswami describes that the queens of Lord Krishna, they were so beautiful, the most beautiful, but still Lord Krishna was not attached to them. So, if we look at a comparative way of how many people try to please Lord Krishna, he is not even attached to his queens, who are serving him day and night, who are goddesses of fortune. So what to speak of us? But there is one personality who Lord Krishna serves. Everyone is trying to love Lord Krishna, to please Lord Krishna, to serve Lord Krishna, and Lord Krishna, he is trying to serve another personality, please another personality, love another personality, and that is Srimati Radharani. Therefore, one name of Srimati Radharani is Sri Madan Mohan Mohini. She attracts Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna, Krishna means all attractive. The whole world is attracted to Lord Krishna, but Lord Krishna is attracted to Srimati Radharani. Therefore, Srimati Radharani is the only one who can please Lord Krishna. Fully. Therefore, she is the personality for devotional service. When devotees engage in devotional service, then Lord Krishna is pleased. Why? There is a technical reason behind this. So as I said, we're trying all to serve Lord Krishna, to please Lord Krishna. We do some offering, we make some flower garland, we chant our rounds. Right? If we're chanting and then there are 10,000 things running through the mind, Lord Krishna doesn't accept. Why should he accept? He says, no, you have to give man mana bhava mad bhakto, complete attention. One pointed attention. But then we're chanting, our attention is not one pointed. So what happens? Ordinarily, Krishna would reject such chanting. Because he's asking for one pointed. Vyavasayatmika buddhi ekeha kurunandana bahu sakayanantascha buddhayo vyavasayanam. He's asking for vyavasayatmika buddhi, one pointed attention. So unless we give him one pointed attention, he doesn't accept. But then what happens to our devotional service then? Then there is no hope for us. There is hope. Because Srimati Radharani, she is very merciful. And she sees, oh, here is a devotee. He is trying to please Lord Krishna. Yes, okay, it was an one pointed attention. But Krishna accepts it. Why? Because Srimati Radharani takes that chanting of ours, however it was, takes that chanting and says, Lord Krishna, you have to accept this. And Lord Krishna cannot say no. He cannot refuse anything Srimati Radharani says. Therefore we say Hare Krishna, not Krishna Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. We are actually trying to please Srimati Radharani, because if she is pleased with us, then automatically Krishna will be pleased. We don't have to worry about pleasing Lord Krishna separately. And therefore we see Lord Krishna, he came in the mood of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, in the mood of Srimati Radharani as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Srimati Radharani is very, very merciful. She takes everyone's devotional service, brings it together and offers it to Krishna, and therefore Krishna cannot refuse. Therefore, if you please Srimati Radharani and Srimati Radharani says, no, this person is my person, and Krishna cannot reject. Krishna can reject his own person, but he cannot reject Srimati Radharani's person. He cannot. So when we engage in devotional service, our engagement of devotional service is supervised by Srimati Radharani. This is what it means to take shelter of the divine energy. So the Guru, he teaches us how to take shelter of divine energy. So we see the Krishna's energies, they're always working. They're always interacting with each other. The internal energy, external energies, they're all interacting. And Krishna's internal energies, apart from giving him pleasure, they work also to help us connect back to Lord Krishna. So when we come under the shelter of the divine energy, then under that shelter, it is possible, under that shelter, it is possible to understand who Lord Krishna is and what kind of pleasure he needs. Therefore, we pray to Srimati Radharani. She knows how to please Krishna. Just like a big person, again, Mr. Ambani, what he likes eating at home. How do we know? His wife knows. She knows what kind of sabji he likes, what kind of pakoda he likes, how he likes it, burnt almost or half burnt or kacha, whatever. Right? So the same way, what Lord Krishna likes, only Srimati Radharani knows. What he likes, how he likes it, when he likes it. Therefore, we all assist her. We all assist her. Just like we want to please someone, we'll ask someone who's close to that person, isn't it? Oh, you know this person, what does he like? And how does he like it? So someone says, you know that rasgulla which is stuffed inside? That he likes very much. Oh, okay. So you go and get a stuffed rasgulla, isn't it? So the same way, we're trying to please Lord Krishna. But we can only please Lord Krishna through pleasing Srimati Radharani. Yes. Because she knows how to please. We have no idea how. But Srimati Radharani, she engages us. Okay. Engage in devotional service in this way, and I will take everything and offer it to Krishna. Therefore we say, you are Hari Priya. One of Srimati Radharani's name is Hari Priya. She is dear to Lord Hari and she knows how to please him. Therefore we give her our obeisances. We offer pranams. Only through Srimati Radharani can we approach Lord Krishna. Just like a few weeks ago we were hearing only through Lord Balram we can approach. So someone may ask, one week you're saying only through this person, next week you're saying only through this person, so which is it? Right? It's both. It's both. Without Lord Balram's mercy, we don't get knowledge. And without Srimati Radharani's mercy, we don't get devotion. Both are needed. Knowledge and devotion. Otherwise, others have knowledge, but if they have no devotion, they remain stuck. They remain stuck. Srila Prabhupada writes in the Bhagavad Gita, religion without philosophy is fanatism or sentimentalism. And philosophy without religion is dry speculation. You sit, they call the armchair, like this is an armchair. They're sitting armchair philosophers. These are the people who tell you how to make a roti, and then you ask them, do you know how to make a roti yourself? No, but I can tell you how to make one. Those are the armchair philosophers. Right? Oh, you have to mix it like this, mix it like that, and you tell them, okay, here Prabhu, you make yourself. Then they fail there. Right? They fail there. So, both are needed. Both are needed. We should be desperate. Our desperation should show whether it's Lord Balram, whether it's Srimati Radharani, we want to please everyone. Somehow or other just get us to Lord Krishna's feet. Right? Whether it's through Lord Balram, whether it's through Srimati Radharani. It's all connected. It's all connected. Because they're the energies of the Supreme Lord. So when we have Srimati Radharani's mercy, then Lord Krishna accepts us. That, oh, my dearest object has recommended this person, my dearest, my life and soul. Lord Krishna tells Srimati Radharani, you are my life and soul. My life and soul has recommended this person, how can I reject him? We read in the pastime of Radha Kund, Shyam Kund, Lord Krishna had killed Vatsasura. No, sorry, he had killed Arista. He killed Arista. Arista was a bull. And so all the gopis went and said, oh, go hatya. You've done go hatya. You are now contaminated. We cannot see your face. Until you do pashtatap for this, forget about even talking to us. How can you? You're supposed to be, we saying Namo Brahmanya Devaya Go Brahmanya Hitayecha. You're supposed to be protecting the cows. Now you did go hatya. Even that in Vrajdham. No. This is Gora Aparad, Mahapap. We cannot talk to such a sinful person. So Lord Krishna said, please, he was a demon. No. Whatever he may be, he will go hatya. So immediately Lord Krishna then he put his heel in the ground, right, and called all the sacred rivers from all over the universe, right, and filled it up. It became Shyam Kund. And he took bath there and he told the gopis, now? They said, yes. Now, because he asked them, what should I do? What is my pashtatap? They said, you have to go all over the tirthas and take bath. So he said, how can I'll call all the tirthas here. Yeah. So he called all the tirthas. Then he told the gopis, now, and okay. The gopis said, no, this is cheating. They said, we'll make our own kund. Because he told them, now you please, I am purified. All the tirthas are here, you please come and take bath. Also in this Shyam Kund. They said, no, why should we come to Shyam Kund? No, we'll make our own kund. And the gopis, they said, we'll get water from Manasi Ganga. And in that way, they dug with their bangles, right? They broke the bangles and they used those to dig. They dug a, kund, and they formed a long human chain and they got water from Manasi Ganga field, Radha Kund. Srimati Radharani said, this is my kund, I gave her my name, Radha Kund. And all the tirthas who were in Shyam Kund, they came before Srimati Radharani with folded palms. Please, give us also space in your kund. We want to come there. Srimati Radharani said, okay, you also come. Then Lord Krishna approached with folded hands. Please let me take bath in your kund. He said, because this is your kund, it's even more dear to me than Shyam Kund. It has your name. It's more dear to me than Shyam. So Srimati Radharani, she is very, very dear to Lord Krishna. And if Srimati Radharani says, this is my person, then that person also becomes very dear to Lord Krishna. Just like her kund became very dear to Lord Krishna, similarly her devotee becomes very dear to Lord Krishna. Therefore, our effort is to please Srimati Radharani somehow or other, and she is very, very merciful. Very merciful. Even if someone does some little devotional service, she says, no, this person, my person. Can you imagine? Just even if you just do a little devotion, even doesn't matter you're chanting your rounds and the whole time your mind was somewhere else. But Srimati Radharani says, oh, he was chanting, no. I'll accept. Therefore, we say Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they are both Radha and Krishna combined. And he is Namo Maha Vadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate. So who can give us love for Krishna? Someone who has love for Krishna, isn't it? Lord Krishna himself, he couldn't understand love for Krishna. He said, why people love me so much? He was going by and he saw his reflection and he said, oh, who is this beautiful person? And he was staring at his own face. He's saying, how this face is so beautiful. And what pleasure do people get my devotees get when they see. And of all the devotees, the best devotee is Srimati Radharani. But she is not different from Lord Krishna. This is all achintya bheda bheda tattva, simultaneously one and different. She is not different from Lord Krishna, but at the same time, she is the best devotee of Lord Krishna. And she has Krishna prema. Therefore, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came, Krishna prema, he came to give Krishna prema. Someone who has it can give it. And as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu taught us, the fastest, easiest, surest process. As Srila Prabhupada, when he was speaking on the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, he used these words. It's the fastest way, it's the surest way, and easiest way. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has really given us the treasure of Golok Vrindavan. Golokera Premadhan Harinam Sankirtan. So when we just simply by chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, then we can understand Krishna. Atashi Krishna Nama Adina Bhavet Graham Indriye Sevan Mukhi Jivadao Swayam Eva Spuratyada. If we want to understand Krishna, we can't understand him with our material senses. But when we engage our tongue in chanting his holy name, which is given to us by Srimati Radharani and Lord Krishna himself, as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when we chant, then we can understand. Lord Krishna reveals himself within the heart. This is the mercy of Srimati Radharani. So merciful. She came, easiest way. Okay, you want my Krishna? I'll tell you how to get my Krishna. Therefore, although they are one personality, they are eternally in two forms. And those two forms came in one form, as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Therefore, as Gaudiya Vaisnavas, for us, our process is a sure process, is an easy process. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, simply chant. By chanting, we are calling out to Srimati Radharani, please engage us in Krishna's service. And if we chant with sincerity and with that mood of service, then Srimati Radharani surely will accept. And once we are in her good books, then we don't need to struggle and worry about everything else. Everything is sorted. And so our whole point is that we should get into Srimati Radharani's service. We are actually devotees of Srimati Radharani. Although we say devotees of Krishna, but in reality, we are devotees of Srimati Radharani. Because she is serving Krishna. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu taught us, Das, Das, Anudas. Servant of the servant of Lord Krishna. And the best person to serve Lord Krishna and to please him by her service is Srimati Radharani. We don't want to become Sahajyas or Mayavadis and say, we want Radharani's position. No. We can't have Srimati Radharani's position. It's not possible. But we say, no, we want to help Srimati Radharani. So she has her helpers, the Sakhis have their helpers, Manjaris. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saying, Das, Srimati Radharani, Das, Sakhis, Anudas, Manjaris, Das of that, servant of that. So this is our process. So when Radhashtami is coming, it's a great day for us to pray to Srimati Radharani that you have given us your mercy in the form of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Please bless us so that we can purify ourselves through the mantra and become fit and qualified to engage in your service, in Srimati Radharani's service.